Hello everyone, I'm Broughy1322 and welcome to episode 53 of the Choking Hazard podcast. We're a week late. It's meant to be March's podcast, but it's April. But we're here. That's all that matters. You're going to get 2 podcasts in April. That's all that means. As usual, I've got my normal co-hosts over there. Sugar-Free Nos.
Hey.
Down there, RDT.
What's up?
And over in that corner, Joshimus.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, is that our new? So that's I should just, when we start these podcasts or anything, just hey. That's it. We're going to a conversation. And obviously, in the background, the noise we have.
He's in the booth.
In the booth, our producer MB Hammer.
Fire in the booth.
Commentary booth to production booth.
That's it. MCEC is over. Yes.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're happy that it's over. That was so much fun.
You can't come at me at the end of like the final season and say that was so much fun when throughout all of the other seasons everybody's hated every second of it.
This was the best season. It just was.
Is that not on? Is that just because
fact.
you did well and you won your first race?
I like the season as well. It was really good. Secondary championship, very good.
Look, Broughy, I'm confused. I watched you do season 6, race 1.
Yeah, that's true. Season 6, round 1 did happen. Yeah, we did follow through on the April Fool's joke.
No, I thought the season was good because the pacing was good. I thought the cars were interesting, and I thought the tracks were okay.
All right.
You know, like we didn't have a 4-month break in between 2 rounds.
Yeah, that was a big Well, when I created seasons 5, I was going into it thinking, okay, take all of the things that you've learned from all the other seasons, bring back all the best stuff, and put it into this one last season. And I think it did turn out well, and it worked well from an organizational perspective. But I mean, I didn't enjoy it because I didn't race very well, and it was too much with the videos and everything. But
that'll happen.
Yeah, I think it was a success. We can say that. That was not what I was going to talk about at this juncture of the podcast. So we are going to talk about what it's like being in lockdown for all of us, quarantine, in not being able to leave our homes because of the virus, how it's affected us, our different experiences. Maybe look at a bit more, lighthearted aspect of it, rather than just all doom and gloom. No lightheartedness whatsoever from Nos.
This is serious and I'm depressed.
I mean, it's pretty bad for Americans.
Maybe we shouldn't start with that then.
No, we gotta go through the valley to get to the mountaintop, all right?
Well, I mean, RDT, you're in New York, right? Like, I'm curious to know how you're too, because I imagine my and Josh's experiences have been fairly similar because we both work from home, we're both streamers, we're both in the UK, we both probably have a similar experience. But I'm genuinely interested to hear what's happening with you guys in Alabama and New York, which New York's, from what I've heard, is like a hotspot at the minute.
Yeah, I just heard 12 people an hour are passing away from coronavirus in New York, which is insane.
Yeah. It's not to be seen.
I'm looking at my calendar. So this all kind of started on the 11th of March. I was going into work like I usually would. I had talked to my boss, and she had said, I'm going to start doing some work from home days. We're going to alternate until see what happens, because no one knew the scale that this was going to reach. And we're not even at the climax yet.
We have not flattened the curve yet.
Yeah, we have not flattened the curve. So I went into work on the 11th, and I get into the elevator, and I work with my sister, and she texted me, and she said, "Do you have your laptop with you at home?" And I was like, "No, I just got into the elevator. What are you talking about?" She's like, "Oh, well, you might want to check your email." My CEO had emailed us at 8:59, so I was already on the way and in the office. And I get to my floor and I get out, and someone from our ad ops team just goes, 2 floors down, confirmed case, we're working from home. So I just went, grabbed my laptop, turned around, and I've been working from home since then. So
wow. So 2 floors down, confirmed case. That's how close it's been to you.
Yeah. It's crazy. And now I've been working from home. It seems like everybody's adjusted to it, but it's crazy, man. Because now that we're not in the office and we don't have to travel and commute, it seems like everybody thinks work from home means you can work 24/7. So I'm
Okay.
working 9 to 8 now. It's crazy. But
Are you getting paid for those extra hours that you're doing? Like,
no.
no?
Oh,
man.
God, come on now. What country you think we living in?
Okay,
Yeah, I
fair.
was gonna say, like,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Yeah, okay.
No. But it's scary. I'm in my New Jersey apartment. Right now I'm at my mom's house. I just came down here this morning, but yeah. That's my thing right now.
What's it been like working from home? Like, what's the? I mean, you work in the World Trade Center. How is it been that adjustment?
It's weird. Like I can obviously sleep in later, and there's a little bit more leniency on what I'm doing at any one time. I can kind of focus on other aspects of my job. But at the same time, I'm stuck in my apartment and I'm going a little stir
what a
crazy. I think I'm
scumbag.
getting some cabin fever.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I actually miss, waking up, ironing my shirts, getting on the train, listening to podcasts and stuff. I don't do that stuff anymore. I know they say that you should stick to your regular routine, but how can you if you're not forced to do these things?
Yeah, there's only so much you can do of your regular routine when you can't leave.
Yeah. But what about you, Nas? How have things changed down south?
Nothing. There's been businesses are closed and restaurants are doing curbside, but my job has basically not changed at all. I'm out there in the field, baby. I'm out there knee deep in the Corona and the crackheads bringing them pizza. That's what it's all about.
How are you delivering them? Like 2-meter distance? Like stretch your arms, like here you go.
Well, you can like some customers are wanting like a contactless delivery, which is basically just throw the food on the ground, pretty much.
They smoke the virus down in the south.
But
I got that the other day, actually. I had a Domino's and it was like they're just doing here contactless delivery, but just as a standard.
Did you tip?
We don't tip in the UK.
Disgusting.
But
they just get paid an actual wage.
They get paid the
You
wage.
can also still tip them. You know that, right? Like,
It's terrible. Fuck that.
But the contactless delivery, they used a pizza box
what if we didn't
inside
tip you,
out to
Josh?
put it on the floor, so it wouldn't get cold. Like that was kind of weird. And all packages have been delivered with the guy standing like at the end of the drive, and you just open the door and say, "Oh, there's your package."
yeah, I always do the awkward way.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? But yeah, no. The contactless delivery is supposed to be like you got a bag and you got like 2 boxes. You put the boxes on the ground, then you put the heat bag on the ground, then you take the stuff out of the heat bag, you put it on the box, and then you take 6 feet back, interlock your fingers, get down on your knees, come out, and they get their food, and then you go collect your stuff. That's but most people don't want it because where I'm at, there haven't been that many cases, and just in general, people are dumb. So,
Are
Yeah, I
you
was
still
gonna
accepting
say.
cash?
yeah, we're accepting cash.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, that kind of concerns me, but I don't know. I'm really conscious about touching my face. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Hand sanitizer. Wash my hands all the time. Yeah, I'm doing my part I'm taking it as serious as I can without being ridiculous, right? So, like, I'm not wearing a mask or anything. That's not really necessary, I feel.
Well, now you have to, or they tell you to now, according to today's CDC announcement.
Well, and then tomorrow they'll tell you the masks are for sick people. So
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Changes every day.
I don't know the thing with the mask, because my boss had bought a bunch of masks and had everybody wear masks for a day. It was the worst working experience of my life. Like the mask is like, especially in a physical job, like you're actually running regularly, and you're in a 90-degree store working in an oven. You can't wear a mask. You can't do that.
No.
So, and plus the mask, all it would do was give me more reason to touch my face because I could not breathe. So,
Yeah, that's annoying.
So I don't wear the mask. Nobody wears the masks at work anymore. What else has changed?
What about
really,
like I don't know where I heard this. It might have even been from you. That like tipping has become a problem now because you're not interacting with anybody when you're delivering pizzas.
Honestly,
No,
I've made
it was a
more
news story I heard actually, because they've moved to tipping online and people can tip online, but the majority of people just aren't, because they're feeling like, okay, I don't need to see anybody, I'm not going to tip or something like that.
I've had completely the opposite experience.
Oh, yeah?
I made more money last week in tips than I did on my last 2-week paycheck, and my last 2-week paycheck had like 10 hours overtime on it.
Wow.
So yeah, I made over $100 6 days in a row. The 6 days I worked. So people have been very appreciative that I'm out in the field, arm crawling through the weeds to bring them their pizza. You know, hiding from the corona. So, yeah, I've experienced the complete opposite. Tipping has been people have been very appreciative. Most people have been very appreciative, and the pre-tipping that like the app I think on Domino's does, like it prompts everybody like, hey, you want to make them have a living wage? Click 20% now. So, so yeah, I've experienced the complete opposite. But it's still scary. I feel like it's a matter of time, kind of, until I get sick, because all it takes is, you know, I deliver to someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows someone who went to Jefferson County, you know, 5 days ago to go see somebody at UAB, and then, you know, bam, now I'm sick. So
yeah,
it's scary.
Yeah, I mean,
I know I'm not gonna die from it, but you know. I got a grandmother. That's not cool. I mean, it's cool I have a grandmother, but it's not cool that I could get her sick. So it's pretty scary. It's scary, and I've got a little piece of paperwork that says that I'm essential for when the cops pull me over at 12 o'clock at night and they ask me where I'm going. So
you have to have that.
Yeah, I have to have that with me.
So you do have your experience hasn't changed much more because you're in that essential thing and you have to keep doing your job. Like I'm guessing your state, you've still got sort of locked down. You're not allowed to leave your house for anything non-essential and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, you can leave to like go get food and like see family and stuff like that. I think it's more just to like stop people from congregating like in big groups.
Seems like that's the same in pretty much every country now. They're all following the same rules.
I mean, my personal life has changed. Like I haven't been to church in a month. Haven't seen any friends that are outside of work in well over a month. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. I thought I was lonely before. Let me tell you, nationwide lockdown that'll really make it bad. So,
I mean, I get the impression that, like, especially a lot of things are gonna change permanently. Like, we're not gonna go back to the same way that we were before this.
I'm going back to shaking hands the minute the lockdown's over. You can pry it from my cold, dead hand.
No, but I was even thinking, just from a practical perspective, that a lot of people are realizing they can get a lot of stuff done from home. For example, or people can interact more through like FaceTime and Skype and things like that, more so than like people didn't realize before and stuff like that. Like, I feel like maybe that's gonna be. Do you not think that's gonna last?
No.
It's funny. It's funny you should say that, because my company just before this outbreak sent me on a course saying the course was specifically designed around a business methodology at RDT. I don't know if you've come across it, but agile working, where teams get together in one location a lot. So they just spent thousands of pounds putting me on that training course for everybody to get together, and now we're all staying far apart. So I thought that was quite funny.
Now, how do you stay motivated working from home? That's something that I feel like I would.
I don't know, Broughy. How do we do it? Oh, man. It's so hard.
Yeah. I mean, I find it quite. I mean, that's interesting from like, Josh and I just work from home normally, so we're going to come on to our experiences of this. But RDT, are you finding it difficult? Like, are you preferring, like, you wishing you could go back to being in the?
I do wish that I could go back to the office.
But what is
But
it
I'm
about
not.
that? Like, is it just being alone in your own house and not being able to get out? If you could still just get out and do your own thing and work from home, or is it like distractions from
that.
home or something?
There's
Or
that, there's being in the city and seeing your coworkers and your friends at work. But the motivation comes from everybody else's motivation, I guess, to just
Yeah.
work
yeah.
double
exactly.
overtime even when we're not doing it. So I can't just stop. I can't be like, I don't want to do this. I have to be on, otherwise stuff doesn't get done.
Yeah.
And the paycheck, that's motivation enough to keep on
Yeah.
going, I guess.
So you don't think that like after this, that your company, for example, would do more distance stuff, or 1 day a week from home or something like that? Like, you don't think
They might.
Yeah.
Some people were talking about that on Slack, and the CEO said, like, yeah, we're learning a lot from this experience, and we'll look at different things, different ways of going about business.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing that I am feeling like might, at least it's giving companies and other people in general just a bit of a different look on how things can be conducted.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
I don't
but
know, I just
Zoom
feel
meetings
like
are the bane of my existence. I hate Zoom meetings.
I just feel like work takes place at work, and not work takes place at home.
Oh, you
And
would
if-
not believe how difficult that is when you're a streamer.
Well, obviously,
Because I
I'm
only have
saying
one
normal
computer.
jobs.
I only have one computer and the screen's on it. I don't have like a relaxing area or a living room or anything. Trying to like sit here and then like work and then also try to relax in the same space. It's
Yeah, that is very difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have
But
like
what
a
is-
different space, Broughy?
I have built up a different space since
Okay.
since moving in from originally it was just my parents' bedroom and that was everything, and then it was the small house that we had where I had an office there and I've got an office here, but now I've got more space elsewhere around the house to be able to go and turn off and switch off. I still always, I'm in a constant struggle of working too much or blending work and fun and just mixing it all
Yeah.
up, but I find it I'm doing it a lot better now than I used to.
The thing I really hate is when a new game comes out and I'm like, oh, boy, I can't wait to play this. And I'm playing it, and about 30 minutes in, I'm like, I should stream this. And I'm like, no, don't enjoy it, right? Like,
Yeah, I can't play. I wouldn't be able to play a game on my PC, or at least I would find it very difficult. That's why I've enjoyed
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Switch so much, because I can go somewhere else completely and be able to play games.
well, that hasn't happened to me. I still streamed the Switch. It hasn't worked.
Yeah,
Terrible
I
idea.
recently finished Pokemon Sword, Shield,
okay.
even, and I haven't streamed any of it. I've played it as and when I could, at the times that I could, in bed, downstairs, sat on a sofa, something like that, just when I can, because I need that distance. If I'm sat at a computer playing a game, I'll also think, I could just edit that video while I'm here. Or
Yeah.
but
Well,
how
I did
have
that.
things changed for you, Josh?
Me?
Like, yeah.
Changed? I mean, not really. Like, it's kind of hard to get shopping sometimes, especially without a car. I found a weird thing, like going to the big shops, like the supermarkets and the big brands and chains and stuff. They're just empty, like all the important stuff. But like the little corner shops, I don't know if you have those in America, like the quickie marts or whatever. I don't know what you call it.
Quickie more.
I don't know. But the little corner shops, like they're overflowing with stuff, right? Like there's so much stuff everywhere.
That'd be a Dollar General. That'd be closest thing down here.
Sure,
That's
maybe, yeah.
Dollar General.
7-Eleven, maybe? I think that's
Maybe.
Yeah, you can, but you don't really do your grocery shopping there.
No, I suppose.
You
Yeah.
have little individual grocery
Well-
stores. And
Yeah. Well, but like getting like little stuff is fine from there, but like Emma, for example, my girlfriend, she's lactose intolerant. So trying to find lactose intolerant milk right now is impossible because everyone's like, hey, it's like normal milk, but with 10 times the shelf life. Hordes, right? So
Yeah.
it's like impossible to find any of that all the time.
That's funny. We get lactose-free milk as well, but we haven't had an. I think the only reason we haven't had an issue getting it is because I'd already got like 4 cartons worth that were going to last a
right.
month before it all kicked off.
Yeah, it's getting better now as supply chains are dealing with it, but but at the start of it, it was pretty horrible.
Have you
Dude,
guys
I'm
noticed that in the US? Like, have you had the same issues with supply and in groceries?
Yes, toilet paper is non-existent.
Well, yeah, I don't
Oh,
get
gosh.
toilet paper,
Like,
but like other stuff, like I haven't been able to get any fresh chicken for about a month. Like, it's just chicken. It does not exist anymore.
yeah, it was why I went grocery shopping like the second week or something, just when everything was ramping up. And I went to the supermarket, and all the I didn't need toilet paper, but I was looking. It was all gone. But you walk down the aisles with, non-perishables like canned goods, all on the shelves.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I couldn't
there's
understand
soup
that.
for all you like. There's
I know.
pasta, everything that you need to survive.
But then a week
guess.
later, I noticed that all that was gone too.
yeah,
But
I haven't gone back yet. So
Tell you what, I'm invested in. I'm investing in heavily currently in companies that install bidets. They're going to be going through the roof once all this is over.
Yeah,
Do you know what else you should do? Aircon. Because we're all stuck inside, and that yearly heat wave that hits the UK every time is going to happen soon. So
summer.
yeah, summer. But we don't call it that. The
Yeah, we don't-
newspaper is
yeah.
like Spanish heat wave hits UK, right?
British people like to
like, oh,
think
it's
that they
August.
don't have a summer, so
Yeah.
don't prepare for it, and then get shocked every single year when they're roasting in their rooms or outside. Oh, we got a
I'm
heat
like-
wave. Yeah,
Yeah.
we get it every single
time.
year. It's called summer.
But yeah, I'm trying to like convince people for a donation goal for an aircon. Right.
I
a
got.
joke.
What kind of aircon are you looking at? Like one of the portable ones, or a full-on put into the wall type deal?
No, 'cause I live
And
in
just
a...
throw a window unit in every window. Do it.
Okay,
Southern
now you
style.
see, Nos, that's an American thing. We don't
Yeah.
have those.
We can't do that.
I'll
We
get you
don't
one.
have. No. Our windows don't work like yours. Our windows aren't like slidey up and down. They like rotate open. We can't fit the
Get a new
That's
window
so
to
inconvenient.
work.
That's so.
Yeah, well, but no, I live in a rented flat, so I can't get a fixed unit, and I know the portable ones are horribly inefficient, and I've looked into it, and it's like, oh, you get a fixed one. If you can't, get a window one. If you can't, well, if you have to get a portable one, it's gonna be crap. But I'm like, oh, right.
I have a portable one. I got it
meanwhile-
last year.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Adam's sitting there with what is I can only imagine is a repurposed Harrier jump jet. Because that's what it sounds like. when it
Everyone said
switches
it wasn't
on.
too bad. Every time I put it on, I was like, "Oh, I can't have this on," and everyone was like, "Oh, it's all right. We can't really hear it in the background." Now you're coming out saying, "Oh, yeah, it sounds like it."
That's because we're a kind and benevolent chat.
It's true.
While you stream for our entertainment.
I've been having.
But
I've been having
they
a
do
issue
work
recently.
though. Like they do work. As long as you've got somewhere to put the hose out to the window, like they
Yeah,
do
yeah,
work
yeah.
quite well. But yeah, they are the worst option if you.
Well,
But
yeah, I mean, we don't have many other choices in the
no,
UK, right?
no, we don't. Apart from paying $1.5 grand or something to put in a portable one, a permanent one
fixed
in the
one.
wall or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
plumb it in.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So,
that's
I've got a Dyson bladeless fan. It's great.
ooh, fancy. But yeah, the problem is where I do all my work and stuff is the living room. It's like the biggest room in the place. So it's like the worst room to cool, right? And we have a cat, and she wants to go between all the rooms and stuff all the time. So we have to leave doors open and stuff. So it's kind of an impossible situation. I don't know what I'm going to do. But yeah, invest in aircon now. We're all going to be locked in summer probably.
Get that central air.
Yeah.
Man, if I'm hot, I just drive faster. That's my man. Traffic lights though, very bad, very bad. You could.
Air conditioning? You mean
Yeah, don't
fourth gear?
Don't cars have air conditioning as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I don't
he's
have one of
got-
those either, so
He's got convertible, baby.
yeah.
Yeah, I could turn my air conditioner works in both of them, but it just seems kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Air conditioner with
He
in a
lets that-
car without a roof.
Lets that luscious beard flow in the wind with the top down and his shades.
That's what it's all about.
So I have a you're gonna have to help me because I'm terrible at telling stories, but I've got an interesting story to tell. But I'm gonna make it terrible and terribly
I believe it when I
interesting.
hear it.
But I did tweet out about this. It was last Monday. I was really angry because I'd had a really bad MCEC race on the Sunday, and that carried over into the Monday of ridiculousness. But I went shopping. It was for I went on I normally go on a Tuesday, but went on the Monday because it was Xerxes' birthday on the Tuesday, and I was stuck in this queue for ages, like at this sort of set of traffic lights, and then another stretch of road till you get to a roundabout, and then that roundabout has sort of all the shops around. You've got the supermarket, you've got fast food places, other stuff like that. So I was waiting in this queue at the traffic lights first, and the traffic just wasn't moving, like 1 or 2 cars every minute. I couldn't understand what was going on. So I got up to where the traffic lights were, and then the sort of the next section of road up to the roundabout was completely backlogged of cars, just not moving whatsoever. So that was why my section wasn't really moving much. Lots of people turning around, stuff like that. So I decided to not bother even trying. Went around to the supermarket, and when I got to the supermarket, I was expecting it to just be full of cars, and there was nothing. There was barely anyone there. I couldn't believe it. It was pretty empty. And I looked over the other side of the road where off the roundabout, and the queue was for McDonald's.
Oh, they were closing. Oh no.
It was McDonald's last day open before they closed, and there was a backlog of it was at least a half an hour wait to get into McDonald's drive-through, such that it completely stopped the traffic towards that roundabout for everybody else.
Oh, for God's sake.
I could not believe it.
I guess you people aren't better than us after all.
Dude, have they not closed in America then?
No, all the restaurants are open. They drive through.
We'll see what happens when they do, shall we?
Oh no, they won't. You'll fry from our cold, dead, coronavirus-filled hands.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. That like now all the fast food places are closed apart from your delivery stuff like Domino's. But that was the last day for McDonald's, and I couldn't buy it. I had to call Xerxes and show her the queue and the queue to get in. It was just the entire road backlogged. Ridiculous.
Did you take a photo of it? Post on Twitter?
I didn't. No, I didn't want.
Do you have a photo?
I don't think I do. I didn't take a photo. I called.
I gotta go see if I can find this Broughy angry tweet.
Yeah, and then I got into the supermarket and I was kind of like pissed off from the previous day and then that. And
oh yes.
I noticed that
today's episode of People Are Effing Morons, a 30-minute queue for McDonald's that extends back onto the road so far that it blocks all traffic trying to use said road to get to every other shop in that area. It's okay though, as long as the British public have their last fix of McDonald's before it closes, along with a good store of scones, they'll be fine. And then
I got secondarily angry
at the supermarket.
I got secondarily angry because the scones in the supermarket, everyone, like, of all the things I noticed that people had taken, scones was the thing.
Scone.
And I was like, oh my God. I just, that was a hot spot that day.
Did you notice all the pasta being gone as
well?
Yeah,
pasta was gone, and then pasta sauces, tins were gone.
Anything Italian, because it blew up in Italy, right? Like, everyone started buying Italian things.
Yeah. Oh man,
this is all over. This Alfredo sauce is really gonna appreciate. Alfredo sauce is gonna go up in value.
Yeah, it was a bad day that day. And then I couldn't find eggs. There was no eggs in any of the supermarkets, and I did find them eventually in Lidl. Like, I think you gotta sometimes go to the cheapo places that people don't necessarily think about, and they've still got a supply of stuff.
If you keep the eggs long enough, you'll have some of that chicken you were looking for.
I was going to say, you're desperate if you want a little. God damn.
Yeah, well, the only reason I needed eggs, I wouldn't normally be bothered, was because I was baking a cake for Xerxes' birthday, so I needed the eggs. Like, that's why. So I was angry on multiple counts on that day. It was a bad day that day. But yeah, the day-to-day experience for me hasn't been all that different because of, I stream, I make videos, it's all just the same as normal. The only difference really is when you go out, and I go shopping once a week, and it's kind of, you notice those little differences in the supermarket where you got a queue to get in, standing 2 meters apart, you got to stand in specific places and keep away from each other. And apart from that, I haven't really noticed too much of a difference from me personally.
Well, here's a question, and I don't know how open you are to talking about this stuff, like YouTube statistics. Have you noticed any change to YouTube statistics at all? Like
money,
CPM, like CPM views, anything?
CPMs, I know all about that.
Oh, hey, don't put coronavirus in the title of this. Oh, wait, actually, YouTube's gonna.
No, obviously don't do that.
But YouTube's gonna detect it anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, like CPM changes or anything like that. Because everyone said it was going down for everyone else, and I looked at mine, which is already terrible, by the way. It's like the worst anyone's ever heard, and it's gone up. So I'm just like, okay.
I mean, it's gone down by like maybe 20 cents. Like nothing that would make me think that it was. Although actually, the last few days it has, but nothing out of the ordinary, I would say. Like YouTube revenue for me just fluctuates regardless. So
Yeah.
It's kind of surprising because, not to give away too much insider information, but a lot of companies are pausing campaigns right now because they don't want to be running in this.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like companies don't want to put the money out there if they're not going to get it back because people aren't going out anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you work in all of that kind of stuff, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I know all about
corporate espionage. My
display
favorite.
monetization.
So basically, what you're saying
advertising.
is just just get out of the YouTube game for now.
Way ahead
I
of
got
you,
nothing,
buddy.
man.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, it has from middle of March it has dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has.
We're being asked in chat what a CPM is.
Cost per milli.
Yeah, it's
That's
basically
you pay a rate for every 1,000 impressions that you generate.
Yeah.
Like on
Basically, how
YouTube,
much
I
money
was
you
getting
get.
like $4 to $5 per 1,000 views, ad views. But that's not just views. It has to be ad views.
Yeah.
So if you run ad, people who run ad block, it counts as a view, but it's not an advertised, monetized view.
Ads.
Views and impressions are very different.
Yeah.
My CPM is so bad. It's only recently hit 2. I'm happy about it. Yeah, but it's because of the things I up, like San Andreas. Obviously, isn't advertiser friendly, I guess.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty advertiser friendly. I would imagine.
Yeah.
I don't really swear.
No, I swearing all the time. And they say very bad words in San Andreas. So, yeah, whatever. Nothing I can do about it.
What have your guys' shopping experiences been like down there in the over there in the US?
Ooh, actually, this is a perfect segue. My shopping experience. Hold on one second.
Oh,
What's he getting?
Let's see.
A snowboard.
It's a snowball.
What? Snowboard?
Yes.
He's got Addy T as a prop.
Oh my god.
He followed through on his plans. You got one.
I just bought a new snowboard. Yeah.
Did you get it like any
tell.
better deal or any cheaper than what you might have otherwise gotten it or something? Or no?
Yeah, it was on sale. I think it was a combination of Corona and end of the season because all the mountains are closed down now. They can't have anybody snowboarding or skiing with the coronavirus out there.
Yes.
So decided to pick me up a little bad boy for next season. Hopefully it doesn't mess with my trip to Wyoming. But yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But shopping experience, the stores are packed. Like Walmart, packed.
Oh, really?
Absolutely packed. Yes.
Wow.
I drive by it and the whole parking lot's full. And apparently, I've been told by people, like I got a couple friends who work there, like you can only allow 50% of the max occupancy in at one time, and there's like a daily limit for how many people can go in Walmart, which seems very dangerous, because everybody will just flood in the morning trying to get there. So I think it's like 5,000 people or something like that.
Are they,
and then after that, they just shut down.
Are they doing priority shopping for like vulnerable and old and stuff?
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like queuing up and stuff, we have to like queue up. We can't go for the first hour or something. Like I've been going midday anyway, and I've been able to get most stuff regardless. But now, yeah, I got a email earlier this week that said that they're only going to allow one adult from each family in. So you're not if Xerxes and I went shopping, they would ask one of us to wait outside and not go in, like stuff like that. And that seems people are getting adjusted to it now. It seems like that's the new normal now. You're going to be queuing to get your food shopping.
I don't like this dystopian society we live in.
Well, Nas, like someone just pointed out, what are you going to do with your stipend or whatever they're calling it, the Trump bucks?
Dude, I'm gonna be real with you here. I feel like I'm top part of the 1% now because I got so much money from all these tips. And then I haven't done my taxes yet. I'm gonna get some back from my taxes. And Trump's giving me money. God MAGA, God bless.
So they're actually doing that in the US as well? Like,
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just one little pandemic and everybody part of the Yang Gang now, so get free money.
Of all countries to do it, I don't think America would. Socialism, what the hell?
Yeah, man, keep it up, it'd be great.
Yeah, I think it's like $1,200 or something like that.
Yeah, $1,200.
Yeah, but anyway,
I think it's
so
tax free too, right?
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm sitting pretty. Well, with my Trump money, as soon as I can, I want to get the red Miata finished. I want to redo the whole interior. Like I've got new seats in there. I've got a dash that I still haven't put in. I need new door cards. I want a whole new sound system, new floor mats,
hydraulics.
I want to redo the whole interior, and getting the dash out and in is going to cost quite a bit of money. So
could put some NOS in that, some NOS canisters.
No, nothing will help that 1.6 go fast. But yeah, that's my plan. And then after that, I'm going to buy a truck.
Okay.
Wow. Amazing. What are you guys going to do with your truck?
Hey, Josh, don't you shake your head at me.
What are you talking about? We got it before you.
Yeah. Well, you didn't get Trump bucks, bro.
I'm calling it that. Every country has done it.
No, this is a brand new idea from our great president, okay? Never before seen. He was the first one to come up with this.
So what do we get 80% of income up to £2,500 a month, right?
Something like that, yeah. But I was honestly surprised our conservative government even did it.
Yeah, but that's not tax free. I mean, we're gonna have to pay tax on that income.
Well, yeah.
But
hold on, let me see. Hold on, I gotta go find this meme real quick.
It kind of feels a bit weird though to be getting getting that money despite still working. Like, I'm working. I'm just doing.
Wait, are you claiming it then?
Well, I think it's automatic. That's what I understand.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
If it's automatic, I'm going to donate mine to charity because
that might be an idea.
Yeah, I only want a manual transmission. Stimulus package, please.
Although that's before I noticed that my CPMs had gone down on YouTube. So
yeah, it was
now that I've looked at the analytics, maybe I'm going to need it, but not yet.
Got an excuse. You've been impacted.
Yeah.
You've been impacted. It's fine.
I posted a meme in the choke chat that is applicable to this discussion.
Okay.
I want to see memes.
This one actually loaded. Okay.
You weren't supposed to do that.
Let's see.
Maybe keep it until after everything's ended.
Buys another rusty Miata. You weren't supposed to do that. That's good. What else? I'm snacking more. I'm definitely eating worse by being at home all the time.
Quarantine 15.
I'm
What?
just not eating.
Yeah, you're not eating. Yeah, but you're working like
Not eating.
60-hour work weeks, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't eat.
I do. I've been eating like trash.
I only work.
I've been eating like it's Christmas every day.
Yeah, I'm ordering dinner every night now. I'm
Yeah.
getting like pizza and burritos and
Hey,
pasta.
are you
and
tipping? Are you tipping?
I always go and pick up. I don't order
That's
delivery.
unsafe.
That's what you do that. What are you doing?
Right, is that it? Are we done about talking about how lives have changed, and we're gonna
Was
Get on.
that all that?
A quick 40-minute rant.
get on to gaming news, talk about
Already?
relevant stuff.
Oh man, I've been playing this new game.
Oh yeah,
It's like, yeah, the action so visceral. The story's pretty engaging. The graphics pretty good. Animal Crossing. It's
No, I knew you were going to make that.
it is so good. Animal Crossing is the best thing that ever happened.
I want to play it so bad. Someone buy me a Switch. I can't spend money on it myself because I don't have the strength.
you don't have the strength. You've got the money. You've just been talking about how you're now in the 1% and you can't buy a
Yeah.
Switch.
Buy a
This
Switch
is
with
what
your
happens.
stimulus bucks.
All I value is money. More than anything I could want, I just value the money.
Oh my god.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I've been playing Animal Crossing as well, but yeah, Emma's been playing it a lot more than me.
Yeah, I don't have a Switch anymore. Sexy has taken it. Yeah.
What's the name of your island?
The Grove.
The Grove.
The Grove.
Yeah,
That's great.
I have also been playing Animal Crossing. In fact, I
feel
bought
so
a
left
Switch
out.
and it's the Animal Crossing edition Switch.
Yeah.
So I'm all in on Animal Crossing.
There's
I've
more
always
than
been an
that.
Animal Crossing fan, and I just need to go on just to see something real quick, check a stat, because all I do in that game is fish. I love
Well, that's
it
why
so
you were so
much.
excited about fishing in Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
I'm the same. Fishing is the best thing. You will just spend hours going after that one fish that you want. I analyze shadow sizes of fish
Time
so
of
that I'm
day.
going specifically for the right fish.
Have you
Cloud
mastered the whole?
patterns.
Have you mastered the positioning thing? Like you stand a
Oh,
little bit
yeah.
further away
Don't,
from it.
Don't you worry about it, Josh.
Yeah, okay.
My entire island economy is based on fish. I basically
Yeah, me too.
fish all the time.
Do you know
Go
about?
to the shop, offload the fish, and then go back looking for more rare fish. It's
know about
all
the,
about the
uh,
fish.
Do you know about the fishing competition that happens once a month or something?
I do not, but if it does, I'm going to win it.
I think it's the first Saturday of the month or something.
Oh
I'm not
wow.
sure.
I
And
have
Animal
like
Crossing works on like real time, doesn't it? Like,
yeah.
It's really horrible the first few days unless you like intentionally change your system's clock. Because
Yeah,
like you
time
do the
system.
maximum. Yeah, you do the max you can. And it's like, great, well, this will be built tomorrow. See you then.
Yeah,
When
that's
I
a
first got
silly
it, I was like-
mechanic.
Yeah, when I first got it, I was like, oh, I'll just go to sleep because you do that on the tutorial bit. And then I just laid in bed. My character just laid in bed. I was like,
This isn't working.
Doesn't do anything.
So yeah, it's real time. You have to wait a real day.
yeah,
But-
time to go wait, lay in my
But-
real bed.
But it makes sense once you actually unlock everything. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But the progression is pretty terrible. But you could just cheese it if you want. Like, whatever.
So far, I've caught 578 fish.
Holy sh-
Where do you get those stats?
Bassmaster Pro.
I'll just
If you go to your Nook Miles thing and you go to the angling for perfection thing, it just shows you how many you have so far.
All right.
So
See, I've
I
never
wanna
played
play
Animal
so
Crossing,
bad.
right? And I see people playing it, and I've seen Zexy playing, and it looks like something that I might be interested in. But Zexy also
It is.
seems to think that it's not really going to be for me, and it's not my kind of game. And I'd get bored pretty quickly.
She's just saying that so she gets to play it more.
Well, that's the thing. There was controversy, wasn't there, about the fact that you can't play like two people on the same Switch. Like your island is
yeah, you
locked
have
to
the
your
same
Switch,
island.
so I wouldn't be able to. I'd have to buy
Yeah.
another Switch to be able to play it anyway.
you
Oh,
can
are you
play it.
serious?
Well, I could play
you
it
know,
on her island, but I wouldn't be able to. I can't play like I can't build
Well-
up my own island or anything.
No, it's
so you let her
weird.
front the bill.
Me and Emma have been playing on the same Switch, and it does kind of work. The first player who creates the island is like the main player, and everyone else is like a side character. You can do most stuff, but
Yeah.
if you need to like build something or do something you can't do, just change to the other account and do it on theirs or whatever. But yeah, the not having cloud saves and not being able to switch the data to something else is really awful.
Yeah.
Nintendo is just obsessed with like protecting their save files. Like for Pokemon, you said you talked playing Pokemon. You can't use cloud saves that either because you could trade your Pokemon and then download your backup. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're just like
Nintendo are a bit backwards about stuff like
See,
that.
and I still don't understand. I don't understand why. I mean, it's just a game. Like people want to cheat at it.
I know.
Yeah.
But what do
Yeah,
you like? What's the main attraction to it? Animal Crossing. Like what's the
Fishing.
RDT.
It's a game that produces the emotion that it produces is relaxation.
Yeah.
It's come at the
That's
perfect time.
It's
It has.
I think it's a lot like Minecraft, just a little less creative and a lot more like living in a village with people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you got all these little animals that have names and they talk to you, and the ones you don't like, you can convince them
Get
to
off my
leave and
island.
get out. But that really cool alligator with the sunglasses, you can be nice to him and he'll stay.
You don't tell them to get off. You tell Isabel that you don't like them. You had a problem with them, and she'll kick them off for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't confront people. Isabel does it for you.
Okay,
Let's
Hammer,
go
how many
for
fish
the
have you got?
choking hazard fishing competition right here. Right. So
God.
when did you get your copy of the game? Was it at launch?
Yeah, I think it was that Friday.
Okay, so
Maybe
I got my
Saturday.
Switch a week ago, and I've caught 638
Jesus.
My whole island is a fishing economy. All right, it's a fish-based economy.
See,
Well, I
the
also
real
have
money.
Two bridges, a ramp. I got I got some stuff. I got a full
we
museum.
don't even use
almost.
bells anymore. We only use fish.
The real money is in foreign fruits, right? Like if you
Yeah, I
the
think
fruit
so.
your island starts with, just don't sell that. Get all the other fruit from other people and sell that. Like crazy money. That's what you need. Yeah.
Oh, so you come to my island and you pick my peaches, and then I'll go to your island and pick apples, and then
Yeah. You can also find them randomly on other islands.
Nos, just buy a Switch, get Mario Odyssey and Animal Crossing.
I can't spend money.
Oh,
You can.
We could do a choking hazard Animal Crossing meetup
We could.
on someone's
yeah.
island.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we need to bring back the game nights, Choking Hazard game nights.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
That was a thing. Yeah, it was a very short-lived thing because things happened and they never came back. But yeah, that was always the intention after the MCC to bring those back.
How much are Switches these days? How much?
I mean, good luck
280?
finding one. But
I don't know, 250. Get a light. Get something.
yeah, if you don't want to play on a TV, just get a light. Handheld is like the best.
No,
way to
I
play a
absolutely
Switch.
want to play. No.
No, all right, fair enough.
I don't like handheld games.
$435. $400.
You
That
will
was-
when you get the Switch and you realize, okay, I want to get into bed, but okay, I'll just take the Switch into
See,
bed,
the
and then
bed
like
is
you're like,
not
oh.
the place that I want to play
Yeah,
video
but
games.
when you want to still play the game, but you want to get comfortable and you're feeling a bit sleepy, then you'll realize the beauty of the Switch and you'll take it to
that's
bed
the
and continue your
best.
game, and it'll be there.
I don't know. I think we're just very different people. Because when I feel sleepy and want to get comfortable, I go to bed.
There's
I just
so
go to
many good
bed.
games though that you can play on handheld. Like I took mine on the plane to go to Utah, and there's so many good games. Like I was playing a lot of Katana Zero, which is like a side scroller kind of game. Really good. I don't know how to describe it, but it's got a cool story. It's a lot of action.
And I'd have to get the
Obviously.
controller too,
Why?
as well.
I got the
'Cause I-
controller. Yeah,
I don't want to play with the. No.
the controller is very good though. It is an excellent controller.
The Pro
I think
controller?
Yeah.
the grip that
Apart
they give
from-
you isn't that bad.
Okay, look
Apart
at
from
my
the
Switch
buttons being in the
controller.
wrong place.
Ooh, look at this man.
Yeah.
Look at the gamepad.
Sick. But I tell you a game I've been playing a ton on the Switch that I didn't realize came out until Animal Crossing did. I've been playing this. Have you guys ever heard this or played it before on DS?
Nah, it looks like
I remember
School
it
rain
from the original
I
DS
see a
days.
piano. What's the
Yes.
piano course?
It's the DS game, Broughy, but like with Switch and Switch specific games.
Okay.
And it comes with a little stylus as well. It's
Okay.
great. I've been playing it every day, training my brain. I'm like brain age of like 27, which is accurate right now. It's great.
Nah, that's not what you want.
No,
You want to be a little samurai guy going and killing people.
Yeah.
I tell you
I
what
feel
you
like that
do
game just
want.
makes me feel bad about myself.
Speaking of gaming news and Switch, the game that's coming to the Switch, Star Wars
Hammer
Pod
fan.
Racer,
Oh
What?
yeah, I
the
heard about that.
N64 game, Star Wars Pod
shit,
Racer,
really?
is coming to the Switch.
Now this is pod racing. That is,
Depending on how much
man.
it costs, I'm gonna buy that,
I'm gonna buy it anyway.
and I might buy it
Depending on
regardless.
how much
But
it costs. Okay, cul-de-sac boy.
I mean, if it's like $60 or something, I'm not gonna buy a 20-year-old game for the Switch again. Like, come on.
I've paid
But-
more for less.
I didn't play it back in the day because I was so thoroughly appalled at the movie that it came from.
But that was
So
the
I was
good
just
part
like,
of the
"Nope,
movie. That was the one
I'm out.
redeeming quality.
I'm out.
Nah, Jar Jar was the best. But when is that Microsoft Flight Simulator coming out? That would be perfect. right
Dude.
now.
Oh, I don't know. A lot of games are being delayed right now because they don't want to release. If there's a AAA game, like I think Sony delayed a bunch. I don't remember what, like Last of Us 3 or something.
Last
Two.
of Us 2.
Okay, 2, yeah. It's in the notes. I'm talking about this with Fluffy's ready? No. Okay, I'll let him.
There it is. I found
He's grabbing
it.
a thing.
Sorry, I was finding it. There it is. Star Wars Racer N64
Oh, damn.
cartridge. I didn't play it when it came out either, and I dug out my N64 like, I don't know, 10 years ago or something, and hooked it up and started playing all the old games, and then I was like, I should get Star Wars Racer, and so I went on eBay and got it and played it like a way after. But I'm totally buying that on the Switch. I am not a hoarder. You shush.
I want to Switch so bad. Ugh,
You
my
can't.
heart.
I'm gonna ruin everyone's production value and point at my video game collection. There you go.
Look at it, it's a whole shelf.
Does anyone remember
Yeah.
F1 World Grand Prix?
Yeah.
I thought I was about to sneeze, but I didn't.
I can't just buy one, okay?
You
I
can't.
just got done spending $300 the mechanic over my green meal.
You said you earned
car.
$100 in tips every day for like 6 days.
but
What will make you more happy, a new car or
a new
Switch?
car.
Really?
No, it wouldn't. You have 4. What do you need more for? You just need one Switch.
Nos, you need to buy
Like
the
a
Switch
hammer.
before this podcast is done.
Yeah, come on, order it.
No, I can't.
Just
You need to
$100.
get it.
Maybe I'll stream one day and beg people for the because if it's in my PayPal, it's separate. All right, it doesn't count. It's not real money if it's in my PayPal. So
Yeah, you were talking about Last of Us 2. Yeah, that was delayed. I just added it in late when I saw someone in the chat mention it when we went to gaming news. But I didn't have anything particular to say about it.
Okay. Yeah, it's because AAA games that they want to do a physical release of, they're just delaying it because the logistics of like moving
Yeah.
stuff around right now is messed up. So, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Final
GameStop.
Fantasy-
I wanted to mention about GameStop
Okay.
being
Yeah.
scumbags trying to stay open.
Essential.
Yeah, the GameStop are totally essential, and then they were going through all these weird things to try and get around it. Like you go to the front door and you hand the credit card through, and the workers have to use gloves and stuff. And they said they would get hand sanitizer, and they didn't. And just what is that company doing?
GameStop is the last place I would trust to have sanitary conditions. like every time I've been to GameStop, it just smells of body odor and loneliness. and
Yeah, it's like
disappointment.
the ball pit at McDonald's and then GameStop. That's Those
Yeah.
are the 2.
And I mean, GameStop is pretty much like, I mean, they're, from what I understand, they're like going under anyway. So they've like,
It's because they're desperate to try to stay open. And stay
They wanted
afloat.
to stay open until Animal Crossing
Yeah.
and Doom, at least.
It's like they either get shut down by the government or they get shut down by closing themselves. So they might as
Yeah.
well try it, right? Like,
Yeah, scumbags.
yeah,
Yeah.
GameStop's always been awful. That's the best thing about playing games on PC. Is I haven't been in a GameStop in 3 years,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5 years, something like that. It's so great. GameStop, terrible place. Would not recommend.
Can't you get physical games on Amazon in America?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
GameStop is shutting down like 300 of their stores or something permanently, but not the entirety of their organization.
is Game Informer still in publication? Or they like lay off people? Or what happened there? Does anybody know?
No.
No? Have no idea? Okay.
Chat with us.
I was just going to say Game in the UK is probably heading the same way, I would imagine.
Yeah, it seems like all game stores are struggling.
Because when I was trying to get my Switch, the only place that had stock that I could see was Game, and they were going to sell me a second-hand one for £600 or a new one for £999.
Let me see if I can get a Nintendo Switch on Amazon.
Profits,
So,
honestly.
Absolutely not.
Hard pass, thanks, Game.
Yeah.
I'll buy it
Yeah.
in the supermarket.
Jesus. I've never known that. I've never known of game like hiking up prices like that though.
I've not shopped with them since I went to buy a new game from them, bought the brand new game, opened it, put in the DLC code that came with it, and found out the DLC code had already been used by one of their staff members. So I was like, not doing it.
Yeah, we're done.
I'm done. See you later.
I get games from
I think
Amazon
that-
now.
I think-
what don't I
I think
get
that was-
from Amazon?
I think that was shortly before the second time that they went under. So they're just teetering at the moment, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking at it now, Switches are all out of stock on Game. You can pre-order the pink one though. I'm sure that's going to come out on
I
time.
can get one from a third-party seller on Amazon for $539.
Did I spend that much when I bought my Switch? I don't remember.
My local Walmart.
Oh, probably
so.
not.
No, I think it's isn't it because a lot of people are buying Switches as well because they're all at home. Like,
Supply demand, baby.
yeah,
I'm really glad I bought this light one before this whole thing happened.
yeah.
It was pretty good timing.
Can't even
I also-
get a Switch.
Yeah. Tough times. We can't buy video game consoles.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all gonna die.
It's such a what's the phrase? First world problem. There we go.
Yeah.
And you wanted to talk about Half-Life?
Oh yeah, me. Yeah, Half-Life Alex. Yeah, I was. I noticed Nos has VR in the background.
Huh? What? I
on
do?
on your sofa, the VR stuff.
Oh yeah, I do.
You,
Yeah.
you played Half-Life Alex? Because
No, I haven't. I haven't played really any VR. My mother got that. She uses it to exercise.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
So I need to set. I've been intending to set it up because I've got Project Cars 2 now from Humble Bundle and Dirt Rally 2.0 and all that. I've been intending on setting up the Sims and like doing VR with the wheel, but I haven't done it yet.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior iRacing?
Yes, I have, and I'm
Okay.
not paying $70,000 a month just for the
Okay.
chance to get punted off the track by Scott Speed. All right, like I'm not doing that.
Yeah, so Half-Life Alex came out. Obviously, new Half-Life game. Well, the development history is kind of funny because Valve weren't so sure about it. So they remember it was going to be at the Games Awards or whatever. They're going to show a trailer, and then all of a sudden it didn't happen, and nobody knew why. It's apparently because Valve were not sure whether they wanted to show it or not. Like it wasn't good enough or whatever, so they took it off quickly. They made a better version that has locomotion and stuff. But apparently they weren't expecting the reception at all. They didn't expect it to be so positive. They expected it to be super negative, right?
I expected people would hate it because it's a Half-Life game, but it's not a actual game. It's a VR game.
Well, the thing is, they tried really hard to make it. They promised it's a full AAA experience, and it is. It took me 16 hours to play through it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, everything.
I had
All
to-
the reviews and stuff I've seen have all been very highly rating of it as a VR game. It's the best VR experience you can have.
Yeah, it pretty much is. I mean, Boneworks might be up there as well, but I'm trying to find the
Yeah,
store
those
page.
from the little bit of VR games I have played, those have been the ones that have interested me. Not the rhythm game, like Beat Saber. I really enjoyed Beat Saber and stuff like that. That hasn't been for me.
Well, it's just been because it takes time to make the actual stuff, right? Whereas Beat Saber takes probably make it in a month, right? But actual games take a long time. So anyway, yeah, Valve eventually released it, and it's going so much better than they were expecting. It's crazy good. So hopefully, I hope Valve just keeps making VR things. Like, screw 2D, right? Like, we need a AAA.
Yeah, it did look really good. Like there's it's a piano, like just the piano.
Yeah.
Just the piano in that game.
There's-
Forget the rest of the game. There's a piano that works.
There's a whiteboard at one point, and you can like draw on it with different colors and stuff. And I stood there for a while, like, what can I like do a lesson on? What can I write on here? Eventually, I wrote down all of the different ways you can subscribe. I was like, you got your primes, your tier ones, but I just stood there like holding the pen in my hand, and it just felt natural, just drawing it on the screen.
That's good. Yeah, I watched Donkey's video because I just like watching Donkey's videos, and it looked hilarious and amazing at the same time.
Yeah, the emergent gameplay of it's so good. Have you seen all the people carrying around grenades in like boxes and stuff?
I have not seen that.
Okay, so you have like you only have 2 inventory slots that you can like put grenades into, but at one point in the game it gives you like it just keeps throwing grenades at you because it wants you to use them. But people are like, no, I want to keep them, right? So they get like a cardboard box or a pallet or something, like hold it, and they put all the grenades in it, and then they just walk around holding the grenades.
Wow,
That's amazing.
Carry them with you.
That's so smart.
Yeah, and you could like, it was just so different playing it over anything else. It felt like Half-Life, but it's just like,
I mean,
it's a little bit like it is a little bit Babby's first VR game, right? It's kind of easy. I played it on the hardest difficulty, and it was still too easy. And you can like, there's a lot of stuff you can't do. Like you can't hit the enemies with like objects and stuff like that. You can only use firearms. Whereas Boneworks is a bit more physical than that. So it is a bit. They try to make it like everybody could comfortably play it, right? Nobody gets motion sick doing it or anything. So it's a little bit limited because of that. But if it's your first VR experience, it's like incredible. But just like head crabs like jumping at your actual head, right? And hiding. There's one bit where you're in the head crab nest, and the only thing that's protecting you is like a window and a door. So you open the door a little bit so you can sneak your hand through and just shoot them through the door and stuff. Oh, I ripped my earphones out. Yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed it.
I feel like we have a Vive in the house, and I don't use it to its full extent. I feel like I could be having such good experiences if I actually bothered to use it, but it just feels like too much of a faff on.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. There were some days I was like, oh, can I be bothered to sort my headset out? Because I was doing this crazy Frankenstein microphone setup as well for stream. But if you just get past that, like you can sit in there for hours, right?
Yeah.
It's good,
it's man, like the stuff to VRs, dude. Like we're getting there. I think we're real close.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's taking strides, but it needs to. It's not going to be too long, I think.
They got to bring that price point down, though.
Yeah.
Well, the Index is really expensive, but you can get like mixed reality headsets for like $300. Yeah. There are really cheap options. It's still pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap.
Yeah. But what do I have that I could run VR games on? That's the thing. It's like,
well, okay, you need a PC as well,
yeah.
I guess.
Also, the just Switch update. The nearest Switch to me, there are 4 in stock at Walmart in Northport, which if you don't know, that's near Tuscaloosa. Roll Tide, and that's a hefty drive. That's like a 3-hour drive.
3 hours. The closest Switch is 3 hours away.
You like driving?
Yeah, I was gonna say you like driving.
I don't have 3 hours. I have about 6 hours. I would be a 6-hour round trip for a Nintendo Switch, and by the time I get there, the 4 will be gone. So,
all right.
Anything for Animal Crossing?
Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about, oh, when's the 2D version like ported? Like, just make it work, right? But the whole game is made. Like every mechanic in it is like made for VR, so modders will eventually get it to work in 2D, but it will be terrible.
Yeah, the reason that it's so good is because it's been built from the ground up for VR on its own.
Yeah,
I think. All right, so let's open up the phone bank whilst we do our other corners. If anyone has any questions for any of us, feel free to.
I checked Target, by the way. I have a friend of mine that works at Target, so all the Targets are out of stock too.
Hop in the phone bank on Discord if you're a regular Twitch subscriber, Patreon supporter, or YouTube member.
Yes, come ask us questions, please.
Let's go copyright. I know you want one if you're here. What did you ask last time that we were like, just get to your question already?
That's actually, I forgot to mention that. So I said that I got my Animal Crossing Switch, right? But previous to that, I had ordered a new Switch online from a company here in the UK, right? Once I got my Animal Crossing Switch, fantastic. I'll go and cancel that Switch order. All right, let's see what happens. Go onto the website. Website has no functionality for cancelling orders. Okay, fair enough. Says, go to the live chat. Okay, I'll go to the live chat and ask them to cancel my order. Live chat's closed, sir, because all of our agents are at home. Okay, not a problem. I'll give you a phone. Okay, phone them, and they're like, oh, sorry, most of our advisors are busy at the moment due to coronavirus and whatnot. We only accept phone calls for emergency needs. That does not include cancelling orders. So I guess I'm getting another Switch then. There's no way to cancel my order.
Well, dude, you'll be able to sell it for double what you bought it.
Yeah,
so.
I know. Yeah.
Stonks, dude. Like, that's what it's about.
Stonks.
Send it on to NOS.
Nintendo Switches.
Send it to NOS.
Yeah.
I don't think much international travel is happening right now.
Yeah. Oh no! I got something from the US that came on Friday. They had like 2-day shipping or something. Like they're still shipping stuff.
I think it's only passenger stuff, isn't it? Yeah.
Anyway, Racing Corner.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that me? Do I go?
That's anyone who wants to. I mean, you wrote down esports in capital letters.
Dude, the iRacing and the esports has been wild. I've been watching a little bit of it.
It's even penetrated the bubble of NOS.
Yeah, dude, it's been cool. Like seeing Jimmy Broadbent like just race with all these like actual successful race car drivers. That's really impressive.
It's been kind of amazing.
All the American motorsport have all the American motorsport shut down and stuff. So they're all just like, oh, well, we have this partnership with iRacing. You know, there's like official NASCAR and midget dirt races and.
Wait. I need to get into that. What is that?
Like IndyCar and stuff. Have you not seen midget cars?
Little person.
It's literally an engine with 4 wheels and a roll cage with a person sat in it going around in an dirt oval.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, is that where Jimmy Johnson killed that kid?
No, that was Tony Stewart.
Wasn't that Tony?
2, that was a grown man. 3, I'm pretty sure that man on the track was drunk. So Tony Stewart did nothing wrong. Well, Tony Stewart's done wrong, but not that. I'm sure.
Those Armor All commercials were terrible.
But yeah, so they've cancelled all the motorsports and they've just like, oh, well, we'll just do virtual ones in iRacing instead because they have all these official series and stuff. So like on television and stuff, they've all been doing all the official NASCAR broadcasts are all just iRacing ones now. Like everyone's on it, just national television.
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt Jr., dude.
Yeah.
He's doing it. That's great.
Unfortunately for Formula One, they have a really crappy Codemasters console game. Yeah, there's midget cards. There you go. It's on the stream, RDT.
Yeah, I saw that. That's sick.
I'm pretty sure there's a massive crash immediately into the race. So I mean, we gotta at least see that.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Unfortunately for Formula One, they don't have anything in like an actual simulator. All they have is the Codemasters console game. So they're having to try to make stuff work with that, but the spectator tools are terrible. The like netcode is awful and stuff.
Yeah, they're realizing the how bad their game is really.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like the big race, the first big race they had, the Bahrain one, where there's like Jimmy Broadbent alongside Lando Norris, right? And it looks like they just crash into each other around a corner. But because both of them are streaming, you can watch the official broadcast. It looks like they just go into each other. On Jimmy's broadcast, Lando teleports into him. And on Lando's stream, Jimmy just drives into him. So
Jesus.
Like, they have 3 different perspectives of what happened. It's
Sounds like
awful.
GTA racing.
Yeah, it basically is, because it's like console netcode, right? So... But
I mean, I haven't watched any of this stuff, but I've been keeping it, like, it's always on my timeline, and I've been keeping an eye on it, because it is pretty amazing how, like, it has just blown up.
Oh yeah, I forgot the best bit. That race, yeah, Lando wasn't in half the race because he couldn't connect. It was a bot driving for him for half the race. Yeah.
Speaking
Jeez,
of
this was
Lando
just too
Norris, he's blown up on Twitch. Like Formula One driver streams on Twitch, perfectly positioned at this moment to he was number one on streamer on Twitch at some point during these things. It's like
Yeah, it was during the race I was talking about. He was number one. On
right.
Twitch,
Okay.
Yeah, it's going
amazing.
really well for him. Yeah, it's like all F1, all the other F1 just disappear.
Dude, we need
into
to get Jimmy Broadbent on this show. We're like for the next.
He's
episode.
pretty busy right now.
He can find 2 hours. All right.
If you can, is that what you're saying, Nas? If you can find 2 hours, then he can.
No, I'm sure he could skip work for Jimmy, right? But yeah, Norris is is the perfect position right now. He's the only F1 driver anyone can even see, and he's like a decent Twitch streamer. I mean, I can't stand to watch it because the sub alerts and stuff are really obnoxious. Why are people subbing to a Formula One driver? Why are they donating to
Because they want Formula One driver to notice them.
I guess. But
does he read out subs? Is he like a real Twitch streamer, or does he just kind of sit on camera and do things?
No, he just has really obnoxious alerts.
A lot of professional athletes have Twitch subs, like Mighty Mouse, Demetrius Johnson. He's former UFC champion. He streams. Yeah. Robert Whitaker, former UFC middleweight champion, streams.
It seems like there's a lot of sort of coming into it now. Like,
but yeah, rich get richer.
But yeah, it's like perfect for Lando. He's living it up right now.
Yeah, he's doing well. I mean, to be fair, he's been streaming on Twitch as he was coming up through the ranks of Formula One as well. It's not as if it's just something that he has started doing as a Formula One driver. So,
yeah,
but it's go ahead.
Go on.
Well, I was gonna say my favorite tweet that Jimmy put out was "mess with the Jimmy, you get the spinny."
The spinny, yeah, that's the thing I'm talking about where he hits him, yeah. But yeah, it's really weird to like, because I'm like a sim racer already or whatever on Twitch a lot. Suddenly, all of the motorsports is coming to me, right? Like, so it's a good time to be into esports and stuff.
You've been playing the long game. The very long game.
Does he give all of his Twitch money and donations and bits and subscription money to charity? According
if he does
to
that,
people in
then...
the chat.
Okay, if he does that, fair enough. I can't complain.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I haven't watched the stream all that much, so I don't know. I just know they're obnoxious. But yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is, if there's any time to download iRacing and get into esports, motorsport, it's now.
Yeah, Broughy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I see the wheel behind you.
You could race Max Verstappen.
I caught Lando Norris playing a bit of Rocket League earlier, and me, Nos, and RDT would absolutely batter the shit out of him. Absolutely.
Dang, and that's saying something, because I'm not that great at Rocket League.
Whenever he streams racing stuff, it's always terrible. He's really bad at anything else.
Oh, he's playing Rocket League right now. There you go.
Is he? Let's have a look.
Supposedly, according to Benimi.
Let's all challenge him.
Maybe we can get Norris on this podcast, right?
Yes, Lando Norris on the podcast, confirmed.
He's too big now. He's too busy.
It's kind of sad though, because he only has 5,000 viewers. When he's doing racing stuff, whereas normally he has 10 times that amount, right?
Yeah.
So where's the payback raid, bro?
I know, yeah. We raided him.
Haven't raided you yet.
Yeah, that was a while ago, and he was like, he couldn't say my name because nobody can. But yeah, I'm still waiting for the raid back, preferably when he's got 50,000 viewers.
To watch the podcast.
Yeah. Don't raid me now. If this is your first impression of the content. No, maybe the podcast will blow up. We'll get Lando Norris on.
I just imagine that Lando Norris just told gave one guy thousands of dollars and was like, make me a Twitch channel. I need everything. And they did. Look at this. This looks like a professional Twitch channel got thrown up in a day.
Have you seen Max Verstappen's Twitch channel?
I have not.
He started streaming, but it's in like the worst way imaginable. It's like when he does iRacing stuff, he just has someone spectate him in iRacing and stream that with no like voice comms or anything.
No voice, no interaction, no
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah,
That's
it's
terrible.
just
Okay.
his car driving around and like donation alerts and stuff. That's
Oh
all it
God.
is. Yeah.
That's just how great of a driver he is. You're just there just for the high level driving.
Yeah.
He needs to ask Brough for tips while driving, while reading chat at the same time.
That's it. That's it.
Get all the tips off Brough.
Speedrun Corner next up.
Oh, it's me again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're talking about what a great time it is to start iRacing and stuff, and I'm super overwhelmed right now with speedrunning stuff because all of the normal speedrunning marathons that happen, they're all spread out over the year fairly evenly, but there's always one like all the time, like little ones, and then obviously the GDQs and ESAs and stuff. They've all been cancelled because nobody's going to places in real life. So they're all like, maybe we should do an online marathon instead. When should we do it? Right now. So they're
all doing it at the same time, like
every
right,
marathon
okay.
ever is happening right this month. Or last month as well. It's ridiculous.
God.
And I made a really stupid mistake. There's a marathon called the Really Really Longathon, which is a marathon about only speedrunning long video games. And they have their theme for this event is cutscenes. So you have to do cutscene speedruns, which is like speedruns where you're just not allowed to skip cutscenes. So I submitted ages ago. I'll do San Andreas cutscene descent as a laugh, right? Like, you know.
It's a 12-hour laugh.
9 hours.
9 hours. Okay.
But to do a run where I watch cutscenes, I have to do like the glitchless category because there are glitches that involve me skipping cutscenes and stuff. So I submitted the glitchless category. So I was like, okay, I'll start streaming now. I'll start learning that category again because I haven't done it in a while. So I've been like relearning that. But then ESA were like, oh crap, we need to do our own marathon right online right now. So they opened up submissions and stuff, and I didn't read the dates and stuff right. So I used to like, oh, I'll submit the normal SA category I run, the one with like some glitches but not too many. So I submitted that, and then that got accepted as well. It's the day after the other run. So when, like a week from now, Sunday the 12th. On Sunday the 12th, I'm doing a no major glitches cutscene run, which is 9 hours long. And then the day after, I have to then switch categories to like a different marathon, like a different run, and have to do all these glitches and stuff. And it's like, it's hard for me to explain how that it's obviously the same game and they're similar and stuff, but they're different in such subtle ways, but that are extremely important. Like in no major glitches, I just want to answer a phone call whenever one comes in. In the other category, if I answer a phone call at the wrong time, the run's dead. It's over. You lost, right? It's just like all these little tiny differences that are really going to screw me. So I'm like kind of panicking. So I've been doing nothing but practicing both categories at the same time, trying to get the hang of like doing both.
Oh God! I mean, yeah, I can relate to that
Sounds
when it comes to
stressful.
like racing different like I did with the MCC. I was racing on LSGP in the primary championship on Saturday, and then I raced on the North Loop in the secondary championship on the Sunday, and then immediately after it was racing back on LSGP in a different car this time on straight after. So like, I get that. Like it's difficult to switch your mind to it seems simple. You're just driving a car around a track, but it's not.
It's like the same track but a slightly different layout.
Yeah.
Like a similar class car, but like
very different way to handle it, but it's almost the same. Like
it's like if you went from a car that you want to curb boost in to a car that if you curb boost you flip. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
I have to like completely play differently.
Yeah. You go from anything else to the faction.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah,
well done.
I want to play iRacing, which is really annoying. I'm watching so much. I'm just like, I have to resist. I have to practice SA and nothing else.
Was that all for the Speedrun Corner?
Oh no. Okay, a really funny thing happened. I don't know how many of you know about this.
We won't.
Nope.
Okay, so no, it's not just speedrunning news. It was like gaming news, kind of. At one point, when the coronavirus had just started happening, I can't remember the details anymore, but there was like some press conference by the U.S. government, and they had like the White House's doctor come and talk, and she was talking
Fauci.
about.
I don't know, not Fauci.
I don't know. She was talking about the coronavirus and stuff, and at one point she says, and I quote, she says, "We need millennials to stay healthy because they know how to speedrun video games." Like I was watching a Mario, someone play Mario, and they went from the first world to the third world. I didn't even know you could do that, right? That's like a direct quote.
That's
It's like
amazing.
the US government in an official speech is quoting speedruns, like
That's so
referencing them.
sick.
I need to try to find. Yeah,
I don't
I'll
even
find
know
a
where
link
that makes any sense in any context.
Yeah, why? Wait, why?
I'll try to find a link.
Also, how are those connected at all? Like, we
Yeah,
need
what
them
does
stay
that
home
have to do with anything?
Yeah, I know. I'll put it in
need
the
to see
show
more
chat
speedrun.
and then in actual chat. Will I get? No, I don't get timed out for posting things in actual chat, right?
No, you shouldn't.
No, I did once, and then I.
Where's the video? I need to.
There
hear
is a
this
video.
audio.
There's a YouTube video.
Where?
I can link the YouTube video as well. Hang on, I'm on it.
Yes, do that because I need to hear this woman say this because I haven't heard this.
I don't know when it
From
is.
level
That's
3 to level 7.
It's at 12:50.
12:50.
I always went level by level. I didn't realize you could go from level 3 to level 7. What does this have any... But that's what they've taught us. They look for things that we don't see. We need them to be healthy. I don't... I mean...
Yeah, that's the
like
sort of
it.
thing that happens.
all right,
I don't get it.
that's some outside of the box thinking, I suppose.
Are
like what-
all people in the US that are in positions of power smoking crack?
I know, right? It was like,
She seems the most level-headed.
when I first saw the news article, I was like, "Oh, that's a really funny Onion article." Like, I was like,
You
"Wait a
thought
minute."
it was a parody.
Yeah, it was like, "Wait, it's Kotaku? What?"
Yeah, can we have a 2020 skip wouldn't be too bad. Just skip straight into 2021.
Okay.
Oh,
I
have you
see,
seen
I
all
see the quote here. It's not a direct quote, but it's like
something like that?
abridged.
Okay,
It's like she talks about skipping levels and
yeah.
Right, they took the title of the thing from that. It's not actually the quote. Okay.
But yeah, you see all the people that was because of the F1 2021 regulations being cool. Everyone was like, "Oh, can we skip 2020?" Right, and now it's happened.
yeah.
Yeah, but are they not pushing their regulations back though?
Yeah, they have.
They are,
New
yeah.
regulations.
But it's still fun.
Yeah.
Come on.
I
Let me
think we should
clickbait this.
just clip through a few walls to skip this year. I'm sure.
Do you guys have a fighting corner? Anything that you actually want to say about fighting corner?
Well, they're all cancelled, and
Okay.
Khabib,
We've got to talk about Khabib and Tony.
Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Tony Ferguson for the lightweight title has been canceled for the 5th time.
5 times.
This fight is cursed beyond belief. If you've got anybody to blame for the coronavirus, it's these two guys. Because if they're due to be fighting, something's going to happen to make them not fight.
Wow.
And it's the fight that everybody wants to see as well.
It's the biggest fight in lightweight history, and it's been canceled 5 times.
Jesus.
We're desperate. And also, kind of annoyed as well at the coronavirus, not just because it's killing lots of people, but also Scotland have their first chance at a title fight in the UFC.
Joanne Calderwood.
Joanne Calderwood versus Valentina Shevchenko in June. And it's looking like it's going to get cancelled, unfortunately.
I think
don't
Valentina
she's
got hurt, though. That's the thing.
I don't think she's got any chance of winning anyway.
No, but it'd be fun to see.
Wasn't
JoJo's
there-
a nice lady.
It'll be great to see.
Wasn't there a boxing trials or Olympic trials for boxing or something that went on anyway recently, and like 5 people there caught coronavirus, and they've got obviously flack for continuing to run the event or something like that. I'm sure I saw.
they're
I
moved
think they're-
next year anyway.
I think what the UFC were planning to do is they've got like their own little facility that they were going to put fights on it, but they would still need like cameramen and broadcasters and announcers and everything like that. So they can't really go ahead with that. The problem is the company that owns the UFC is very hard for cash at the moment, and they were living month to month on pay-per-views on UFC, so they're they were pushing so hard to get the fights done.
It feels like everything is just getting shifted now to 2021. Like, I know that they're shifting dates to like September time for things, and it's going to be packed at the end of the year, but I feel like I can't see that holding true. And I feel like they're just gonna like cancel 2020, do everything in 2021. It's what it seems like anyway.
2021's going to be a hell of a year.
Yeah. Last episode comments. Are we still doing this? Oh, wasn't it based on what happened last episode? Didn't I say that if there was less than like 50 comments or something on the last episode, we weren't?
Yeah, there's like 70 comments though, so I think we good.
Oh, really?
Although we had like 5 views, so I don't really know how that happened.
It's the same 3 people.
Yeah.
I haven't even looked actually.
Did you guys see those twins that were born that they were named COVID and Corona?
I don't like that at all.
Oh, really?
No.
Why would you bring this up? That's horrible.
I know. I don't know. I heard about it yesterday.
Why would you do that?
I didn't do it. Stop getting
No,
mad at
I'm
me.
not. I'm not getting at you.
I can understand people that like name their kids after a company or something, because sometimes the company gives them a free car or something, right? But why? Who's gonna? Why does anyone care?
That is dumb.
Oh my god.
Stupid parents. Oh wow, we've got 3 people in the phone bank.
Yes.
Oh boy.
We just
We sure do.
yeah, we do, but we've got to do last episode follow up first. So 79 comments in total, as Nos said. 79 comments in total.
That's a lot more than usual. When you threaten to take something away, it gets people riled up.
How many do you think mentioned our phrase, which was "It's just a game"?
It's just
70.
You said for less than 30 comments, we cancel doing that. Okay.
70. I think 70 out of them.
Low bar.
70 out of the 79 mentioned
79 comments. I'm gonna lowball it. I think it's like 32, and you all only just managed to get over the bar.
No, I think it was a pretty good joke last time. The whole ninja thing. I think 50.
It's funny because I was going to say 51.
Oh,
it. There you go. Let's see.
It's so there's a bit of controversy.
Oh.
48 comments mentioned "It's just a game."
Right.
48.
Broughy wins. Okay.
No,
However,
that's not how it works.
However, one person posted at least 5 comments saying it, so we can only count 44.
Okay.
44.
I'm still
44.
closest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went over. We all went
No.
over except for Broughy. And
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No,
stop
we're not
doing
playing
that.
Price is Right.
We're just going to do this every week
Every time.
until you finally admit that we're right.
I hate no. All right, so I guess we'll have to have a word this time as well, and then nobody will say it, and then it's like, all right, well, what's the point? And we'll do all this all over again.
Don't make it coronavirus, because you'll lose monetization if you do that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, you don't want to do that.
What about like lockdown or something?
That seems risky too.
Yeah, do you think?
Animal Crossing related, maybe?
Yes, I know.
Nook.
Tom Nook did nothing wrong.
What? Hey, whoa.
Tom Nook is a crook.
We are not.
He did nothing
defending
wrong. Hold on,
crooked
I will
Tom Nook.
find this copy pasta. I saw this copy pasta and it changed my mind. Okay.
Should we do something like tell us about your last McDonald's you ever had?
Oh, that could be a good. Instead of last episode comment, last episode story.
Yeah.
Tell us your last
maybe.
McDonald's story before it closed.
McDonald's in the end times.
Yeah. Yeah. Although it doesn't really work if you're in the US because it's still open.
That'll happen eventually.
Yeah.
I doubt it. You
Also,
cannot take Americans away from their McDonald's.
Evidently, it's difficult for us Brits to do it as well.
Yeah. All right, so phone bank, is that what we're doing? What?
Yeah.
Phone bank.
We'll think of something to say at the end of the podcast, as we always do, because you've got to keep listening and watching until we get to the end, so you can actually say the comment.
Are we mid podcast clickbaiting people?
Yes.
Yes.
If you've made it this, I suppose if people have made it this far, they're probably going to listen to the end. But
You gotta suffer through the phone bank and the choke of the week. All right, you gotta suffer through it. I mean, if I have to suffer through it, you have to suffer through it.
I thought you liked the phone bank.
Oh yeah, I do like the phone bank. That's right.
It's the opposite of clickbaiting because we're trying to stop people from clicking away.
yeah, that's true.
Anti-clickbaiting.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, we have. I'm just going to drag them in at random. Screw it. Right. Well, he's on mute. So, Cooper Towers.
Hey, welcome to Choking Hazard Podcast. Please stand at least 6 feet or 2 meters back and ask your question.
Hey guys, it's all for all 5 of you actually. In light of MCEC Season 6 finishing, well, Season 6. Sorry, I bruffed it. In light of MCEC Season 5 finishing, would you guys ever do a charity endurance iRacing stream?
Look at Josh rubbing his little hands together.
Charity
yes.
insurance.
Next question.
No, well, only if the charity goes right here. If the charity's going right in here, I'll do it. If it's for any other charity, I'm not interested.
I would do a charity event if I had any of that stuff.
I feel like the question is where iRacing necessarily, maybe not. I feel like there's better things I could probably do.
Well, if someone
as a charity
pays for me
event.
to have iRacing, I would do it. If iRacing was supplied to me for like 6 months, I would do that.
Compromise 5M.
Ooh, 5M charity
That's
stream.
actually very good.
Yeah, maybe.
I would happily commentate it. Not take part. Endurance races really aren't my thing.
A GTA endurance race with swapping of drivers. We did that once. The team endurance race. It was pretty good. It worked out pretty well.
You see, all of these things that you're like struggling really hard to force into GTA 5 through sheer organization, it's already there in iRacing. It's all there, dude. Swapping drivers, endurance races, classes. It's all there.
Yes, but my username will dox myself, and it costs $1 billion. No thanks.
It's cheaper than real racing. Broughy was considering doing that. It's like
I'm halfway to real racing now. One hard dog roll bar, and I'm good to go.
That's exactly right. What Obst says is exactly right. You can't press the brake to go faster in iRacing, so it immediately loses all legitimacy.
Can't go into third person view either. It's terrible.
You can if you have 2 accounts and 2 computers and you spectate yourself.
Oh, Jesus.
Some people do it.
Wow.
Some people do it.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That is an expensive game.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's some expensive DLC. You have to
Just
buy
buy
a whole
all
new
the
PC.
buy all the content twice and pay 2 monthly subscriptions and have 2 computers.
I badly need to do a charity stream at some point soon. It's difficult to know exactly what charity. That's the thing.
Well, I've already done 2, so if you need any tips.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I mean, theoretically, yes, I have nothing against charity streams, and I have nothing against iRacing streams.
I'm cool with charity.
Yeah, I'm cool. Charity's fine. It's all good with me. I'm not gonna put it down.
Man, I'm too greedy for charity streams. I can't do it. I'm too American.
Jeff Bezos is donating like $100 million, something like that.
Thank you, Cooper Towers, for your question.
No worries.
Who's next?
All right, up next we've got Mr. Mega Mario.
6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet, 6 feet. All right, ask your question.
Don't worry, I'm all the way on the other side of my room right now.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay.
Now, so it was talked a little bit. It was talked about a little bit before the last stream, the last podcast, but we got new info about it recently. The PS5. If you guys recall the newer info about it, what are your opinions on it? Talk about it.
I mean, I don't really have any opinions. They just the PS5 and the Xbox are just
I'm not really interested.
PCs now, and it's all about the games, and they haven't released anything about the games. So
No, it's like
I mean, it's a fair point.
I haven't looked super into it, but AMD has suddenly increased CPU power, and all consoles of that type use AMD CPUs. So they suddenly have like 400% CPU power. SSDs are old enough that there are 4 now, so they all get 500%
Yeah, I love
loading
how they
time.
get so much credit for. Oh, it's gonna have SSDs. Like,
Yeah.
I've had an SSD for 7 years.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy.
if
but-
anything, it's more exciting. The developers are going to be able to make games that can utilize that sort of stuff that your PC would be able to then utilize.
Yes, exactly. It's
Yeah,
like
it's not just about the SSDs. It's about the architecture that goes around the SSD and how it's utilized.
yeah.
It'll be used to get data streamed a lot faster than PCs currently stream it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that's-
Higher textures, higher memory bandwidth stuff, like from disk to RAM quicker, right? Like
Yeah.
improve everything.
I think Sony slightly misstepped with the PS5 though. Putting that, it's like they got caught flat-footed with all of the Xbox reveal stuff, and then they went, "Oh, we've got this video of Mark Cerny talking at length about really technical stuff. We'll just shove it up on YouTube, and everybody will get hyped." Yeah, not that much actually. That's a really dry presentation to be leading off with, Sony. It's I'm sure it's interesting to some people, but it's not the update that I was looking for as a consumer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't looked
I
at this.
like Mark Cerny. He's great. He's really good at presenting as well, but bit much, to be honest.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the specifics, but I think the Xbox is slightly more powerful. But they're all going to get exactly the same games, except the exclusives anyway. So who cares, right? Like,
Yeah.
The only
console
people
players-
who will know this is Digital Foundry. When
yeah,
they,
exactly.
you know, when
Console
they,
players are not counting. It's like, oh, this is only 900p, not 1080. Like nobody cares.
And what we're seeing here is that this is actually upscaled from 1440p to 4K.
I love those.
And
videos.
we noticed this by taking a screenshot and then actually counting the individual pixels over the
good
course
stuff.
of 30 minutes.
What
Don't
worries
diss
me
Digital
about-
Foundry. It's great.
I'm not dissing them; they do great
Okay.
work. It's just like
Good.
they're the only people who are
Worries-
noticing most of
worries
this.
me
I can do that too, RDT.
What are we
All of
doing?
this is going over my head. I know nothing technical.
This is exactly the problem. The like anyone who's interested in the specs of a PS4 and Xbox One are not the main audience of a PS4 or an Xbox
Yeah.
Xbox Series X.
They looked at the specs, went, "Oh, PC's far superior," and got that instead.
Yeah.
What really worried me about the Cerny presentation was the fact that Sony were like, "Oh, well, the best thing to do is have your PS5 games stored on your SSD that's part of the PS5, and then use an external HDD to hold all of your PS4 games, and then but you can upgrade your SSD, but only to certain SSDs that we haven't released a list of yet. It's too complicated for consumers, guys. Too complicated for console folk. Stop it right now.
Console
Oh my
folk, you
God.
mean children?
Yeah, that is one thing.
No,
Got 'em.
I don't.
That's like one thing with consoles. They're already struggling for hard drive space, right? And now they're switching to SSDs, which are smaller.
Yeah.
So
Like,
it's
isn't
like-
it only
said-
800 and something gigs on a PS4 or something? That's going to be like
said
5 games.
It would come out with a range of external hard drives that you can buy alongside with it. What is it? The
You know,
fucking
let's go
Xbox
back to
360?
memory cards. Yeah,
Yeah.
memory
Yeah.
cards. 8 megabyte memory cards.
It's definitely a misstep, I think.
But,
We'll see what happens. I
yeah,
guess.
we'll see.
I'm already drowning in these things. I don't need.
Yeah. I'm more interested in when it gets closer to the time and what they're actually like.
We'll have to hope and pray, won't we? Also, whoever said just now about the kids with the consoles, speaking of Animal Crossing, huh? With everybody on it.
Yep.
I forgot
Good
Mr.
point,
Mega Mario was even in
thanks.
here.
Thanks
I
for
was like-
lifting us there.
Thank you, Mr. Mega Mario.
Sure.
All right, we've got one last caller.
We're popular
It's,
tonight.
Yeah, I know. It's Digi.
All right, I'm going to request a contactless delivery of your question, please. Please stay
All right.
the appropriate. Please lay your question on my doorstep. Take 6 steps back. And then,
All right. You
what's
good?
your question? Yeah,
Okay, my question's for all of you. Thinking back to all your past video game content that you've put onto YouTube or Twitch, which game series should we go back and watch?
Well, San Andreas. Next question.
Ruff, what do I need to go back and watch of yours that I missed?
Of mine?
Yes.
War.
Well,
What was that good content? What's the deep cut that nobody watched but was real good?
Well, the Gears of War 3 live.
Other than that.
He's only
I'm
played
so
2
sorry.
games now.
I'm so
He's played GTA and Gears of War.
I'm so sorry. I had to. I'm really sorry. I really like you, bruv. You're my best friend. I'm so sorry.
Wow, that's okay.
I went from like 0 to 100 very quickly. I mean, it'd probably have to be one of the playthroughs, right? Like on the second channel, one of the games that people don't really bother to watch because they don't think it's that good. Like Jan says, Edith Finch. Like that was a remarkable game. I guess something like
Should
that.
watch that.
I think Life is Strange and Until Dawn was pretty good. When you
What was
played
that
up.
one? It was like F1 versus Mini Coopers or something like that. What was that one? One of your first videos?
Oh, my original video that finally hit 200,000 views from 2008.
Nice.
Yeah, that's maybe the old videos series, like the classic stuff from the 2006 2008 era.
I'm gonna go watch Driver.
Yeah, Driver 3 movie scenes. That was my first ever video on YouTube. Yeah, that
Pro
series.
Evolution? Oh my god. You're playing soccer or football? Sorry.
Yeah, Pro Evo. I had some good goals in that video. I'm gonna link. Where would it even be on my site? We'll go to YouTube first, and then
Yeah,
there must be
Broughy.com.
How many times have you
Broughy.com.
reinvented your
other
channel?
videos. Broughy.com/other videos, and then it's old gaming videos at the bottom. I'm gonna link the playlist in the chat. It's all the old stuff before I started actually making commentaries.
This organization you have is absurd.
Ooh, Guitar
It's
Hero.
beautiful.
Oh yeah, this man slays on Guitar Hero.
He was playing
He
a bit of
misses-
Rock Band this morning.
I
He
was.
misses so many notes.
I wasn't slaying.
It was just one note he missed this morning, wasn't it, Ruff?
Oh, shut up! I was so close to the FC. One note. Yeah, there you go. Well, what about you two
Yeah,
Americans?
we're waiting on Oddity and Sugar.
Yeah.
Wait, what? What? How are we?
What kind of content do we need to watch from you? I know for Nos it would be the April Fool's video.
What?
Go back and
The
listen to
Red
my
Dead
music.
Horses, Fastest Horses. It's in my April Fool's playlist.
That was kind of crappy. That wasn't even that funny.
Oh.
No, you need to go watch my Deadly Premonition playthrough. That's what you need to go watch. That game is a masterpiece that no one knows about, that no one has watched. You need to watch the Deadly Premonition playthrough. That's one thing you need to watch.
Jim
from me.
Sterling's talked about that game a lot.
That because it's excellent.
Oh yeah, there's a remaster of that on Switch, Nos.
I know there is. Don't.
You should listen to the mixtape I put out in like 2014 or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
straight fire.
Either that or my false 69% minus playthrough of San Andreas I felt was really fun. I really liked doing that.
Should I answer the question properly?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What was it? What
So which series?
series? Oh, okay.
Or it does have to be. I mean, video.
I mean, I don't really do series.
Apart from one, of course.
Yeah, shut up. I guess if you're like desperate for content and you need to fill like hours, I've done what chaos mod and randomizer runs of San Andreas, which are they're mods of the game that make it really wacky. So I've done like a chaos mod run where it the mod just adds random effects into the game, like it spawns a car, or it sends me to space, or it makes everyone 1 health, or other stuff. And each of those is like 12 hours plus, right? Like in 2 parts, thankfully, but that takes a long time. The New Year, what was it? New Year's? For New Year's, I did a chat chaos mod where it was like, instead of it just being a random effect, the chat got to vote on 3 effects every minute on what could happen. That's that's literally 12 hours long. So I mean,
That's
there's
great.
that, I guess. Yeah.
I am stuck in my house for 2 weeks at least.
Perfect. Watch them all.
From my perspective, I've got 2 playthroughs that I recently put up on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/mbhammer. They are for a game called Watam, which you've probably never heard of. It's a crazy Japanese game that's published by Annapurna Interactive, and you basically play as a small cube, and everything you interact with in the world, and you can interact with everything, turns into a character of its own that you can control. It's mental. Really good game.
Intriguing.
It's a really good game, really cute as well.
Was that the thing I saw you playing that one time?
Yes, yeah, you came
Oh,
by.
yeah.
A totally abstract game.
Yeah.
And also a really short but beautiful game called 1980X, which is just excellent if you like 80s vibes and 80s games in particular. It's a game about 80s games that switches to different styles like Streets of Rage and like Shinobi and Outrun and everything, all mixed into one game, telling one story. It's really, really good.
Cool.
All right.
Thank you for the question.
Yeah. Hope the CPMs go up.
Thank you for the 26 months as well.
Thank you.
Right, choke of the week.
Choke of the week.
I haven't watched these yet.
Me neither.
I've seen one of them already
I
because
haven't either.
I already know about it, but let's do it. If you're listening, you gotta get to this part of the video if you want to watch these chokes. Are we all ready for me to start it?
We're watching Perfect Landing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're ready.
All right, I'm going now.
Okay, what are we in?
We're in
the.
Zion?
This is okay. It's G-Fred.
G-Fred.
Unfortunately. And
Oh,
we're in
boy.
You love
what is
G-Fred.
Zion.
Zion, yeah. That is a good landing.
Nice.
That's impressive.
That's what we call a stall.
It's typical that the checkpoint is right there. He's not, yeah? Like, what are
Can
you
he get
doing in
out?
that?
Is
What do
he
you
gonna get
do
out
in
of
that
the car and
situation
then
if you...
fall? That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Oh no,
I feel
is
as
he
though
gonna
he
hit
could
off?
easily.
Oh, I got hit off!
Oh wow.
Oh.
Oh, that makes it... Oh, the weight was worth it. His hood was stuck up on the front
That's
of the
pretty
car.
good. I like that.
LSGP
Okay,
final straight choke. Alright,
Yes.
Where are we going?
Trace
Yeah,
the
that's
things.
a... Yeah, that was... Yeah,
Mm.
that's unfortunate.
Oh.
Ouchie.
Wait, so what
From
happens? He, like, hits a-
second to fifth.
Yeah, he sideswipes the light pole and that knocks him to the other side of the track. And
Oh,
then he hits the barrier. Ooh, that's rough. He lost like several positions there at the end. I think he was in second, wasn't he?
Yeah, 1 to 5th.
That's rough.
And then the next one is on Twitch. I'm gonna start.
This one is simply
that.
titled "The Incident."
The incident.
Let's skip to. Well, I suppose we can start it from the start.
Okay.
All right, start it.
Oh, okay. Let me back up.
Uh,
The Ellie, MCEC.
MCEC
Two-thirds
Secondary
of the race.
Championship, GT5
Oh.
Round 3 in the Ellie.
Okay, so this is almost the end of the race. Then.
Yeah, this is the last lap actually.
Okay.
That's a GT4 ahead.
Little bump, little Robin's racing.
This is for the lead of GT4, by the way. GT5, sorry. So it's the last lap in the lead.
I like that car. Okay.
Almost loses it.
Those advanced handling flags. So this is a Dominator that this Ellie's battling.
Yeah, that is
with.
not his fault.
Or was that another Ellie? I couldn't tell.
No, that
No,
was
that was
a GT4 car, a Gauntlet Hellfire.
Okay, yeah.
And he loses the victory of the race for that. He lost the win because he got overtaken by the other Ellie.
Was that in any incident reports?
Yeah, he submitted it, but I mean, I was of the opinion that, and all of the other stewards were of the opinion that it was his own fault.
Yeah.
Because he turned into the back end of the GT4 car and sent it into the wall.
That was a pretty
that's
aggressive
not
dive.
that's the Hellhound, isn't it?
Hellfire, it's called.
I'm surprised you didn't pick the Dominator. Or is the Ellie too close in pace?
I mean, what do you mean for the slower car?
No, is the Hellfire the slower car?
Yeah, it is
The Hellfire is the quicker car.
Okay, yeah.
So we had the Gauntlet as the GT4 and the Hellfire, the Ellie as the GT5.
What's the pace difference between the Dominator and the Ellie? I'm just saying it'd been cool to have both of those in the same race.
Probably about the same, I would have said. But I wanted to use things that hadn't been... Like, that's always the secondary championship, using stuff that hasn't really been used in the MCEC.
Fair.
And we had the Piss Was a Dominator in the main championship as well.
Can I blame the car selection on this? Because, I mean, this track, if anything's going to be down to driver's skill, this track's going to be one of it. I mean, for an Ellie.
I thought the LSGP round was fantastic. I thought that was a great round.
Isn't that because you
I
won?
bet it was a fun round, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, see, the Ellie's a lot faster in the corners, for sure.
Yeah, that was the problem. Like, the GT4 was at the back of, he wasn't even racing him for position. He was coming around to lap him, but he went for the inside, and then the GT5 turns in, hits the back end, and then loses the lead of the race because he gets involved in that incident.
What other race
on the last
in
lap.
seasons past did we have this problem? Where, like, one car was so much better in the corners that, like, the GT2 was faster than the GT1 in the corners.
I mean, season 2, the GT2 won the race overall. It was quicker than the GT1. The Jester was quicker than the Massacro race car around LSGP. Just flat out quicker. But I feel like there's been quite a few rounds where the slower car has been better in the corners, so it's been difficult to get around sometimes or deal with. That's the nature of the MCC, I suppose. Different cars, different abilities.
Came in third place, man.
Yeah, that's it. My MCEC race was fun. That was a lot of fun. Did that triple or double overtake over on the dirt.
Yeah, that was
flying
good.
through the air in the Schwarzer. That was great.
If you haven't already, by the way, everyone get voting on the link in the chat. Sorry.
No, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, come on, 59 votes. You serious? Come on. Are you
Which
serious
was the
right
best
now?
choke?
There's 200 of you here.
The
I want to
perfect
see at
landing.
least 100 votes. You
The
know,
last
come
lap,
on.
last corner.
You don't have to socially distance yourself from the polls, all right? Come on, vote.
What do you guys think your best round of the MCEC was this season?
This season.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the only one I participated in.
Okay, Broughy.
There you go.
I don't know, because they were all so horrible.
Jesus.
Well, the secondary championship final round was the best from a racing side-by-side perspective. That was incredible. We had some amazing side-by-side battle with three of us fighting over second. But probably my best performance was the one Xbox race that I did. Incidentally, the same race that you won.
Yeah.
Round 7
I don't think
LSGP.
that was my best, though, personally.
No?
I thought, even though I just gave second place away, I thought the Banshee race, I did my best.
You had a very good comeback during that race.
Dude, the Banshee's one of those cars, man, that will just push you to be your best. It's a great
Yeah.
car.
It brings out, Andy T, the old boy, doing well in the old car. Same with the Bullet. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was surprised actually that was your first win in round 7. Like after racing in all but one season since season 1.
Yeah.
Like good job.
Yeah, thanks.
So this has never happened before. We had a clear winner up until the point you said everybody vote, and now it's tied between 2 of them.
Okay.
Democracy.
So our votes are gonna have an impact.
Yes. Well, if you vote for the one that's not currently in the lead, yes.
Best choke. It's
Going
between
with 2.
It's between 1 and 3 for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think 3 was much of a choke.
Kind of.
One wasn't really. I think
Yeah, he could
3.
have avoided getting into that with.
I think I would probably vote for 3 because I think there was more on the line of like the lead on the final lap of an hour-long MCEC secondary race.
Yeah, I'm with you. I also agree.
Whereas 2 was just 2nd to 5th, and 1, yeah, it was funny, but it wasn't. It was 10th place in G-Fred.
Well, I can't vote for the first one because it's G-Fred. I have a moral obligation.
RDT, are you sticking with 2?
Yeah, I'm sticking with 2.
We have a tie, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever.
What?
A tie!
Wow.
I'm guessing
Josh
between
Allen.
2 and 3 then.
We have a
I
tie
said 3.
between.
Oh,
We have a tie between choke number 1 and choke number 2.
What? Choke number 3 didn't get.
What? Choke number 3 got 24 votes. Chokes 1 and 2 got 32 votes. We're calling it. So,
Wow.
choke number 1 was who was it?
Makes me sick.
I'm also sick, bro.
Choke number 1 was Ben L with the sick grind in G-Fred. Choke number 2 was Matty H with his traffic light problems. And choke number 3 was Phil Hoff with his MCEC mishap. Well done, Ben L and Matty H. Commiserations to Phil.
Yeah.
Do we do another round of voting for those who voted for choke 3 to then give their opinions on either
No,
choke 1 or 2?
absolutely not. I don't have time.
No, we're just tired.
Yeah. We've been here for 2 hours.
Yeah. It was a choke, Phil. You made the mistake and you drove the car into the wall. You only got yourself to blame. And it should have won. All right.
I agree.
That's it for another month. What's our word going to be?
Well, first of this month is we have another
Oh,
one
yeah,
coming
we
up.
got 2 coming this month, yeah.
Yeah.
And the next one is the 3-year anniversary of the Choking Answer podcast.
It is 3 years.
I can't believe that. How did the show make it that long? I'm really impressed.
Doesn't feel like 3 years.
No,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Well, I mean,
How can you think it's not been 3 years, Josh? What's our word going to be?
It's got to be something McDonald's, right? It's
Maybe it just
McDonald's-
needs to be McDonald's and you can put it into a story if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put Mick in front of anything.
Yeah.
Best story gets a prize.
A McDonald's.
Okay. Yeah. It's a McDonald's gift card.
Yeah. McDonald's gift card.
Guess a prize donated by Nos.
All right. McDonald's in the comments if you got all this way to the end. For those of you in the chat, you've got to go to the video and also comment on it when it gets uploaded. It always gets uploaded
And
on a
also
Thursday.
watch all of the ads on it as well.
Yeah, don't run with ad block. None of that.
Bump up those CPMs, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what our actually before we go, let's see what the CPM is on the Choking Hazard channel.
Oh.
Probably
20
decent.
cents.
I don't imagine it's very high.
No, because it's long. They're all long videos.
But they don't do like mid
mean-
roll ads.
Mid-roll.
No, we don't do
Oh,
mid
okay.
rolls.
Oh, okay, then terrible. Yeah, terrible.
We earned $1.11 in the last 28 days.
Oh, do we split it?
Yes.
Yeah. Although
Split
our
it, split it.
CPM is
gotta
actually
make chicken.
$4, so it's just that we don't have the views.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
You
That's
know,
a good
if you would run some mid roll ads,
Sponsorships. Come on.
Yeah.
NordVPN.
Yeah. Forget everything you know about mobile games.
Dude, no, I want some sponsors that's gonna give me some stuff. I'm a mattress sponsor, underwear sponsor. Okay,
I've got a sponsor coming on my videos on the weekly update videos coming shortly.
Ooh.
I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, but it's
Can you tell me
speak to them about
the podcast, the highly successful
about maybe
podcast.
If they want a low tier podcast as their secondary, we'll take a discount. It's okay.
Yeah. All right, that'll do us for today. We'll see you guys in another 3 weeks now. Do you want to say thank you all for watching? First of all, do you guys want to say goodbye?
Goodbye, guys. You didn't say. Do you want to say? Goodbye?
Oh yeah, do you want to say goodbye, guys?
Goodbye, guys.
There you go.
Favorite part.
Goodbye. Hopefully, we're all still here on the 25th.
Oh my god!
You had to end it on that, didn't you? See you later, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye and stay safe.